Best bites forever.
Hi, this is Chef Alicia, and today we are going to be making pernil, which is Puerto Rican style roasted pork. We're going to start off by mincing 50 cloves of garlic. Now, I'm doing this in a food processor, but you can also do this part by hand if you don't have a food processor. It just takes a little bit longer. Once you have your garlic cloves all minced up, you're going to add a 1/4 cup of vinegar. I prefer to use a red wine vinegar for this, but apple cider vinegar is also really good with it. Go ahead and mix that in a little bit, either stir or pulse it in. And after that, we're going to drizzle in 3/4 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil if you have it. If not, regular olive oil is fine too. Once that's mixed in, I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of dried oregano, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, and then also a 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Again, just go ahead and mix that in a little bit. And when you get it all nice and mixed up, you're going to end up with something that is going to be very beautiful and looks like this. Yummy! Scoop half of this out and put it into a bowl, and now we're ready to start working with our pork. So this is the first half of my pork loin. I have the other half in the refrigerator, and I'm just going to use my paring knife and poke a hole and then stick my finger into the hole to kind of widen it up so that I can fill it up with our garlic mixture. When you're poking the holes into your pork loin, you don't want to go all the way through the meat because you don't want your garlic mixture to fall out of the bottom. So just go pretty far, almost to the bottom of your meat, and then widen that little hole up and fill it in as much as you can with the garlic mixture. Once you finish filling that first little hole up, go ahead and poke another hole about a 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch away from that one, and widen it up just a little bit and fill it up with the garlic mixture also. Okay, so I'm just going to show you one more hole. I'm not going to show you all the way across the loin because that would get very boring, but this is the third hole that I'm going to do, and I'm going to do 2 more in this row, and then I'm just going to show you how to move on to the second row. So here goes my little third hole, and I'm just filling it up. So now I have my first little row done, and I'm just trying to kind of clear some of the stuff out of the way so you can see what I did. So I have 5 holes going across, and here are my first 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to go right in between those 2, about a 1/2 inch back, and make another little hole with my paring knife. And I'm going to do the same thing and just fill that little hole up with the garlic mixture again, and then I'm going to go about a 1/2 inch from it and do another hole. Continue doing your loin in a checkerboard pattern. About every 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch apart is where you want your holes, and just make sure that you're widening them out and putting as much of the garlic mixture into each one as you can. And again, be careful not to poke all the way through your loin. This is what my pretty little loin looks like when I have the first half of it done, and I went all the way across. And now I'm going to flip it over and do the other side the exact same way, starting from one end and working my way to the other end. Once I'm all finished with that other side, I'm just going to take a little bit of the extra rub that I have and give my pork a little pork massage with it and kind of rub it around on it a little bit. Next, we're going to get him ready to go into the refrigerator by wrapping him up really well. Oops, too much plastic wrap, but that's okay. Just pretend that extra isn't there. I'm going to wrap him both directions. So first I'm doing him short ways, and now I'm going to turn him the other way and take another piece of plastic wrap and wrap him long ways, so he's wrapped and double wrapped. After I have him thoroughly wrapped up in plastic wrap, I'm going to stick him into a gallon baggie. You can also use a Tupperware or whatever airtight plastic container you have for this job. The reason for doing this is, first of all, obviously you want to keep that garlic mixture on your pork loin, but also you don't want your refrigerator to smell like garlic the next day. At least I don't want my refrigerator to smell like garlic tomorrow. So I go ahead and I wrap it, double wrap it, and put it into the gallon baggies before I put it into my refrigerator. And then grab your other piece of your pork loin, which has been waiting in the refrigerator for you for food safety, and do the exact same thing. Wrap him up and put them both in the fridge for 12 to 24 hours. 12 to 24 hours later, remove your loins from the refrigerator and unwrap them and place them into a roasting pan. Roast them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit until they reach an internal temperature of 145 degrees. This takes about 20 to 25 minutes per pound, and they should look yummy and delicious like this. I mean, seriously, how beautiful is that, right? Okay, Do you want to see like when you cut it open? I know you do, so here it is. Do you see those beautiful stripes of garlic in there? Okay, then here's my plate up. I have my beautiful pernil in the front, which we dipped in the pan juices. That's why it has that kind of brown color to it. And then I have fried sweet plantains and mofongo and arroz con conduyas, which is rice with pigeon peas, and they are so very delicious together, and I highly recommend making them this way. Happy cooking, everyone!
bestbitesforever.com